Hi guys, welcome to another class. When you're ready, find a comfortable seat. And I really do encourage you to find a comfortable seat to the point where you can tell your root or the space between your hips, that pelvic floor base part of your hips is actually rooted down to the ground. And that can be really hard for certain hip anatomies. So use pillows and adjust your positioning if that is something that's kind of tricky to find. A lot of times elevating our booty can be helpful. Sometimes supporting our knees can be helpful. And sometimes changing the position out of cross-legged position is better. Sit in a chair, sit on the couch. Do what you need. Take the time. Today is a 10-minute meditation focusing on your body's innate ability to release an emotion when it's buried in the body. So some people call this like a somatic release. Basically, trust yourself in this whole process. And then, as always, trigger warning here, if this is extremely dysregulating for your system, please stop what you're doing, back off, trust your body. Maybe it's just not quite ready to let go of whatever's kind of buried in the body. I really encourage you to talk to a mental health professional if this happens to you. Lovely. And as we start to get settled, setting our foundation and our base is really important for this practice of opening and letting go and allowing things to move out of the body. We need to ground first. Try to lengthen the spine or the crown of your head up out of your hips. So we're trying to elevate and lengthen our spine. When we do this, we're activating some of those deeper stabilizers, those little tiny muscles and ligaments and fascia that hold each one of those vertebrae of our spine together. If things feel pretty blank and you're not quite sure what you're feeling, try closing the eyes. That can be a helpful way to dive deeper into the body. Take a few rounds of breath here, kind of playing with orientation of your spine. How do I root down through the base of my sacrum, base part of my spine, and then lengthen away through the crown of my head, top part of my spine. And as we settle and explore the body with our awareness, try to send the attention back in the head. Right? We tend to live in the front part of our brain. So use cognition to help yourself get out of that, right? Think I'm moving back in space, almost like I'm settling my head back on top of my spinal cord. This is kind of a sensory way to feel like we're in a bird's eye view of our mind. We are witnessing sensation and thoughts that come to the forefront of our mind as we take a back seat to those sensations. And then get curious. Notice what comes up in the body. Right, if you struggle with chronic pain, most of the time you're living somewhere outside of your body. So when you close your eyes, settle into the body, alive in your center line, things can get pretty loud. Sensations can feel amplified. When you feel a sensation come up and build, Allow that energy, that building of inertia, to move out of top of the head, the jaw by loosening the teeth. Wiggle the fingers, let out the fingers. Wiggle the toes, let out the toes. How can you redirect that building of inertia, that energy within you, to move out of your physical body, out of your system? When a sensation comes up, arcs out of the body, afterward take a big breath in and out. Soften the tension in the shoulders, the back. And then allow yourself to reset. Come back into the brain. Move that attention over to the spinal cord, so resting the head back in space over your spine. Your backseat to thought and sensation. You're witnessing with non-judgment what comes up. Anchor the presence with the breath. Stay focused. Let sensations build and then release as necessary. Right, as sensations build, where is your root? Stay present. Remember, these sensations are not permanent. They come in and out. Good, and then we're going to round off class by doing a few movements that will re-regulate our nervous system. Right, when we allow something that's buried in our body to come up and then out, that can be somewhat of a dysregulating experience. Open the mouth, soften the jaw, stick out the tongue. Gently tap your chest or rub your chest in a way that feels intuitive. Connecting with the heart space, the center of the chest. Deepening the breath, slowing down the heart. Shifting your physiological state into safety, into rest. Close the eyes, soften the facial muscles, widen the space between the eyebrows. Slacken the jaw, wiggle the tongue. Take a few big intentional swallows of the throat. In an intuitive way, start to move your neck in figure eights. Balancing your skull on top of those delicate and strong vertebral bones. of our neck spine. Any of these neck movements can stretch the fascia that holds the vagus nerve, right? That really important nerve for stimulating that physiological state of rest and digest. So my people out there who struggle with digestion issues, when you feel dysregulated, this is a great one. And then just round off class by taking very intentional deep cycles of breath. Inhale through the nose, open the mouth, exhale. Inhale long and slow through the nose, oxygenate and fill those lungs. Exhale through your teeth and your mouth. You know, this little cycle of awareness, release, and re-regulation is just a simple tool for your toolbox as you learn to come into your body, heal, and live without pain. Thank you for joining. I hope this helps. I'll see you next time.